The new adventure begins in earnest. Have I made any signings? Of course I bloody have. Hello, my name's Damien, I'm the Trucking Foot Manager, and welcome back to Europa FC. Welcome back to the mighty Green Army. Green Army! Thank you very much all for your well wishes in the comments on the last video. The video before last. I'm a bit better now. I'm still in isolation and stuff, but I feel a lot better. It is Friday as I record this, so I haven't seen your reaction to me moving yet. So I might be looking forward to seeing you all tell me off. But, you know, happens, doesn't it? I'm used to it. I get told off a lot. We begin in earnest. We're going to do 2 games today. I realised that I looking back at that video for Friday, I was a bit less cogent than I had hoped. I'm not sure cogent is the word, but we'll go with it. Coherent. That one too. So sorry about that. But I do think I touched on, although slowly and blurrily, I touched on all the important things except the competition standings. We are currently 3rd in the National League, just 2 points ahead of College 75. But we have 2 games in hand. So, Mons Calpe are on 21 points, and that's terrifying. They shouldn't be up there. But they've played all of their games already. So, if we get 1 win, we're above them. If we get 2 wins, we look in good shape. In fact, 2 wins is 6 points, right? So, we'd be tied with Lincoln. No, we wouldn't. Yes, we would, but Lincoln still have a game to play. So, yeah. They have a goal difference of plus 25, which is terrifying. Lincoln are obviously a very, very, very good side this year. Their only draw is against St. Joseph's. They've won every other game, including, well, battering Glasses 7-1, for example. Out of the Conference League, obviously, it's January. That's going to have happened. Rock Cup, we don't enter it to the quarterfinals, same as College. And runner-up in the Reyes Cup looks lovely until you realise it's only got 2 teams in it. So, obviously, it lost to Lincoln again. Lost to Lincoln? I assume. Not an important thing, so don't worry about it. Transfers, you say? Go on then. Yeah, we've brought in 3 players. You would expect the 3 players you would expect: Robbie Mullen, Tyrell, Beckwith, and Emmanuel Williams. And College 75 didn't take a penny off us. I don't understand. There is no way I would have even considered selling any of them for less than a couple of $100,000. When I was in charge of College 75, they let me have all 3 of them for free. Okay then, if you insist. We're looking at emptying out some of the reserves. The reserves is big. There's a lot of players floating around in the reserves. Was it the under 19? There's an under 19s now, apparently. There's one of those in this club. A lot of these players are available for under 23s because of fitness. If we look at the actual squad depth, if we play our usual formation, which I think we will, 2 good goalkeepers, we like the look of that. 2 good left backs. Right backs, interestingly, it says Tafari Moore is better than Beckwith. I'm not certain I agree with that assessment, but I mean, Beckwith is a bit slow, but Tafari Moore, by the way, his full title, Plymouth Argyle legend Tafari Moore, obviously. An Arsenal player once upon a time, played 14 whole times for Plymouth Argyle, before going to Colchester on loan. And then that didn't work. Clearly, he got released and went to Hendon. To be in the police, I guess. But yeah, $7,000 they paid for him. I mean, he's fast. He's probably... I don't know. Well, the point is we've got 2 good right backs. We've got 2 good right backs, about 5 good left backs, 1 really good centre-half and 2 tolerable ones. Centre mid looks solid. Right wing we've got 1.5. Left wing we've got 2. Up front we've got 1, 2-ish. But the great thing is our forward players can all do everything. So apart from Williams, who's now not striker, McGrew will play left centre, Ndukwu right left centre, Hernandez right left centre, Spazov will go up top. Borke, I mean, all-time record goal scorer for Gibraltar, Dylan Borge, can't get in the side. Although he can, because Spazov's not going to sit on the bench when he's still injured. Yeah, basically, I've signed those players not as an FU to College 75, but actually simply because the local player count, I think I touched on this last episode, the local player count is dreadful for this time. And it wanted me to put Bradley Bander at centre-half. That Bradley Bander at centre-half. Because he's Gibraltarian and none of the others were. Is Parks Gibraltarian? He can't be. No, he's English. I mean, surely that would have been the fix. You just put Bander in goal instead of putting Parks in goal, and then never mind. Doesn't matter. Parks isn't going to go for this one because we've added Mullen and Beckwith and all that lot. The problem is, again, the under 21 thing. It's not super obvious who's available. If we go homegrown status, so we've got Hernandez, Bander, Williams, Beckwith. So the starting 11, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4? Oh wait, that's not the starting 11. Idiot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is the 5. So if I write, that's going to be an issue. To bring off any of those 5, I'll have to bring on Borge to do it. It's going to need working on in the summer. It is going to need working on. And it's not something that you can grow because it has to be minimum 5 players trained in Gibraltar. So it has to be HGN. So it has to be for 3 years between the ages of 0 and 21. So it's not something that, for example, Swiderski, who's a very good Slovakian centre midfielder, he'll never earn that because he's over 21. Which is annoying. I'm not sure he's fit enough to play this game, to be honest with you, but doesn't matter. We'll put Ionton on the bench instead of Blake. Because we need a midfielder. In fact, we could probably do with 2 midfielders on the bench, so we will chuck Ollie Banks on the bench as well. Why not? Instead of Morgan? Yeah, instead of Morgan. There we go. That covers all positions. So I will run through and I'll just quickly show you the profile. So pause if you want to see more detail. But Parks is in goal. We know Mullen already, but there he is. Olivero, who we know, to be fair. And O'Driscoll are the centre-halves. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not going to lie. I can probably do better than that. Beckwith's at right back. Again, we know him already, but there he is. Swiderski at holding mid. Well, deep line playmaker. Vision could be a bit better, but everything else is solid. Conlon is the attacking centre mid. Ndukwu is on the left wing. He's a right winger, but he doesn't really care which foot he uses, so he can go out there. Hernandez is on the right wing. Again, we know him from the national team. McGruer is a left centre forward. As a wide target forward. He wants to be a wide target forward at attacking mid left. That's not going to happen. And Emmanuel Williams, again, we already know. That's the team we're putting out there for our first appearance. It's away at the Magpies. It shouldn't be a difficult game. Shouldn't. Let's see what we've got. I mean, we're coming in. We're not really changing anything. We are the second best team in the country. I don't think there's any arguing about that. We're the second best team in the country. Disappointing match against Lincoln last time out. We have to work harder. Yeah, cool. Also, our away kit is pink. Who doesn't want a pink away kit? I mean, apart from a pink home kit, obviously, that could be better. Conlon has a free kick out wide. Swings it in, and it's headed away by Cipollina, who's somehow still going despite being about 39. Parker takes on Conlon, finds Carbon. And Ndukwu intercepts a loose pass. And Ndukwu has a go from range and it's just over wide, something like that. Not ideal. We'll go with attacking. Every time I did this with Houndos, that's going back, with college, I had to go attacking all of a sudden. So we're going to do that now. And we'll see if that helps. Stevens. Big goal kick. Oliveira is under it but loses out. O'Driscoll intercepts. Mullen to Ndukwu. Back to Mullen again. Ndukwu to Conlon. Swiderski. It's nice passing football. McGruer. In front of Williams. It's a terrible pass. It's going to deflect around. Serra knocks it back to the keeper. Hernandez heads it to Williams, who's clearly offside. And that's not a debut goal because he's clearly offside. I mean, blatantly 100% offside. Not a lot in there, was there? Never mind. If they're going to make defensive rickets like that, we're going to punish them. Coombs hacks the ball clear to O'Driscoll, and Swiderski finds Beckwith and Hernandez. Taking on Cipollina. He's old, just run at him. Hernandez across, and McGruer's hit the crossbar, and Williams not fast enough on a reaction. We don't look bad. 7 shots, 0 on target, though, ultimately, is what matters. We've hit net and the goal frame, but it still goes down as 7-0 because of the offside. De Los Santos to Carbon. In front of Dangula, and it's a terrible, terrible finish, and we get away with murder. So we can get an extra homegrown slot by simply playing Banda in goal instead of Parks. And that's good. Swiderski's not going to make it past half-time, unfortunately. That's fine. We always knew it was a bit of a risk. Our shooting's not been good enough. That's completely true. Let's get Swiderski off. Let's get Jonton on. What can Banks do? Is he any good? Deep line playmaker centre mid, 33-year-old Englishman. As opposed to Jonton, who is 25-year-old and Gibraltarian. Well, that makes a difference, doesn't it? No more changes. No more questions, Your Honour. Let's go out there and be a bit better. Instructions, stop playing out of defence, stop passing into space, bit more direct, shoot on sight. Mullen. Hauls a long throw in. McGruer nods it back down, but Conlon doesn't react. Beckwith can start it all again. Comes charging forward. The furthest back player is level with our bench, which is a bit of a worry. Dangula, back to Cipollina. Serra sends it all the way home. And that's just a panic clearance that Oliveira can just pick up. Chips it forward again. Williams nods it down to McGruer. The deflection will take it out for onto the goal frame, actually. Or was it a save? It was a save. I thought the deflection was going to take that out. Oliveira to start yet again. Conlon to Mullen. I don't think that's where he was aiming, but never mind. Oliveira chips it forward. McGruer's under this one. Brings it under beautifully and just fires it into the keeper. It's unlucky. But you have to say he didn't really have time to set himself. Conlon to take the corner, drives it into the back stick, and McGruer heads it over the top, and that is, to be fair, 3 chances missed in as long. But never mind. We've got shots on target now. O'Driscoll to Jonton to Hernandez and Williams. Ndukwu. Ball onto Williams is there, and on his debut, Emmanuel Williams proper tries to break the net. It's a beauty. And that's why we signed him, folks. That is why we signed him. Not for the other bit where he constantly passes it just wide of the goal. But Williams, with a lovely little flick across to Ndukwu, turns and makes the run. Serra loses him completely, and that is how you hit a football. Get a bit of praise out there. That was a really good turn of play. We're up to second. We're 3 points behind Lincoln. The odds of them dropping points are slim, but it's possible. I don't think there's any need to sign anyone else. I don't think so. Not this January, because we haven't really seen what everyone can do. We'll take McGruer off for Borge and Conlon off for Ollie Banks. Give them both a game. We're only 1-0 up, so we probably shouldn't be resting players, but some of those players were really tired. Banks with the corner. Can he get an assist off the bench? Cross comes in, and it's a good header over the top by O'Driscoll, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's any need to sign anyone else. It's a good side. We're going to qualify for Europe this year. I would say it's pretty unlikely that we'll miss out on that. So all we need to do is get through that. That's all we're required to do. And then we can look at it properly. Look at what players are leaving in the summer and do it all at once. Good run lately. Well, we're good, yes. Well, it's only 1-0. Let's not get excited. Nice to get off the winning start. Of course it is. Yes. Right, well, it's a long old wait for the next game. When is the next game? 14 days against Glasses. Well, I'll see you there then. So very little in the way of changes. It's been 2 weeks. We've got Glasses away. The only change is that we're bringing Izzy Brown into the starting 11. He's a left winger technically, but he can play centre mid. Not desperately well, but he can do it. In fact, these two should be the other way around, really. There we go. Izzy Brown is also not particularly fit, but we've lost Tom Conlon to suspension. Bradley Banda was going to start this game in goal, but he picked up an abdominal muscle injury. And since I don't know when the next game is, because this is the last one before the split, that's not particularly useful. We're looking at signing a player we do know already from the national team, Jessup, in on loan from Fleetwood, if I press the right button. Liam Jessup. I should know more about him than that. It annoys me that I don't, because obviously as the national team manager, I know all about him. But either way, reasonable finishing, good composure, reasonably quick, and he's Gibraltarian, which is massive. So we're looking at possibly bringing him in. That means that someone like McGrewer could go wide. Or drop out the side since he's Scottish and not Gibraltarian. I think he's young enough to possibly qualify. How long's he been here? Yes, he came in last year, so he could become a Gibraltarian homegrown, but not yet. Apart from that, besides the same, Parkinson, goal, Mullen, Oliveira, O'Driscoll, Beckwith, Brown and Swiderski, Nduku Hernandez, McGrewer, and Williams. We were okay last time out. Not great, but okay. It's glasses. We should be smashing them. There's no question about this. We should be hammering them. But this is, it's probably a new way of playing for these boys. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to. It's been hard. That's football. Conlon suspended. It's not an easy match. Izzy Brown is playing where I need him to play. And we're in pink again, folks. Woo! Everybody loves pink. Everybody loves pink. I don't know why I'm singing. You tell I found some of my energy back. Only some, but some. It is very likely that Jessup, if he does come in on loan, it is on loan. I don't know if I mentioned that. On loan from Fleetwood for free. No pennies. It didn't give me the option to add a future fee. I don't understand why. I don't understand why he's just hoofed it either. Parks bowls out to Oliveira. Brown to Mullen. McGrewer. It didn't let me ask for future fee. They wanted like 40,000 for him, which isn't ridiculous, but it's not something I want to pay right now. McGrewer taps it into the goalkeeper still standing there waiting for the clock to come in. That's dreadful. But we are 1-0 up after 9 minutes. And if we do it right, this is the team that can batter everybody except probably Lincoln. Because you think we've taken the Hound Dogs and we've taken College, who were both weaker sides than their competition, and gone on to do great things with them using this tactic and this formation. Maybe that means this tactic's a bit OP. But, I'm going to continue to play with it. And Duckworth swings in the corner. And it's a good header from O'Driscoll just onto the top of the goal. And ultimately, if we win every game except for 2 against Lincoln, 3 against Lincoln, that might be enough to win the league. Hernandez drives in the cross, and it's a good header from it's a poor header from McGrewer, is what I meant to say there. But we are again creating chance after chance, and it's only so long before some of these start going in. And Duckworth with this corner, and that one's hit the crossbar. Oliveira with the empty net, and he's panicked and put it into the kebab van. Oh dear, oh dear. Never mind, he's a centre half. Clinton over the free kick, chips it forward, and Muir hits the side netting. He really shouldn't be doing that, should he? Shouldn't be shooting. Simple as that. Valdivia will hit a free kick. Goalkeeper moved before he took it, so that's a bit of clairvoyance. Go back and check. He's already in position to save that one before he shot. Clinton with the corner. Clinton's corners, like Clinton's cards, but not. Williams is on the break. He's away. Is it 1-on-1? No, it's 3-on-3. Hernandez. Williams is slow, though. Castle dives in, wins it well. It's a good tackle, and that's the end of that highlight. We're going to chuck a bit of encouragement out, because we've given up a few chances there. Lincoln have got the Magpies, so, we have to win this one like 13-0, I think, to go top, so we're not going to do that. And Duckworth with a header, McGrewer heads it just over the top again. And Duckworth took the corner, not the header, but don't worry, I'm just yammering away. Can you tell I'm on my 3rd cup of coffee? Victor with a long ball forward. Oliveira will nod it down to Ndukwu. And Brown to Williams. McGrewer back to Ndukwu and slots it in front of Izzy Brown. Can he get himself a goal? He keeper taps it just wide. Chance conversion. It's so nice to have all the training slots, by the way. I have been kind of annoying the players, I suspect, because I'm booking in every single training slot. There are no rests. There's one rest slot the day before a match, and that's it. And yes, that probably is overdoing it, but never mind. We've gotten to the stage of the season where you actually only play it every couple of weeks, so you don't really need to be super rested. Point finger. Oh, it's a rivalry. I didn't realise that. I'm trying to say it's all very good shooting, but if you don't hit the target, what's the point? But there doesn't seem to be an option for that. Go make sure we stuff them. That's the spirit. Go and stuff them. Also, you are the bestest. The bestest boys. Go. Marquez to G. Hernandez sniffing around like a bee that wants to get sent off. Olivero heads it to him. Cuts inside and goes on a little bit of a mazy. Brown to Swiderski. Beckwith was up. Oh, he's taking it now. Beckwith over the top towards McGrewer. It's a long, long ball and it's not really the one he wanted. But he's gone and rescued it. And Dukwu. It's a good tackle from Castle. Williams will intercept that though. What a dreadful back pass that is. I mean, what under 12s would be left out of the side for next week for even attempting a pass like that, even if it worked? What is he even thinking of? It's a great tackle from Castle, and then Garcia just crosses it. That's... Ugh. What can you say? Mullen to take a long throw. He's not very good at them, though. They're still turned on this tactic. Every time I think, oh, I've got to turn those off, and then I always forget. Castle with another cross. Oh, no, that was Castle this time, not Garcia, but it's still a cross. Caravaca. Terrible ball. Him. Beckwith to O'Driscoll. Olivero. To Mullen. Brown. Chipped forward. Hernandez is on the run. Can cut back. Misses Williams. Castle back passes. Again, suicidal football. They've got away with it. O'Driscoll picks it up. We start again. Down the line to Beckwith and Swiderski. To Williams. Olivero in the centre circle. Back to O'Driscoll. We do pass the ball nicely, don't we? Brown to McGrewer. There's a run from Ndukwu. Here it is. There's 3 over. He's gone for the chip. It's not a good offer. It's not a good chip. Not a good chip. I mean, he's got the height. And then the rest of it as well. 55th minute. Let's make some changes. We're 2-0 up. Let's freshen it up. Swiderski can come off again. Eonton can go on. Who have we got that we can give a game to? Wakeling. How do you fancy playing some football, champ? Replace McGrewer. What else have we got? 55th minute. We can probably get away with making 3 subs, can't we? We haven't got another centre mid. We could drop Hernandez to centre mid attack, he'd be happy with that, and then chuck Harry Anderson out on the right wing. And let's see how these players are. Because it's important to have a look at the entire squad, isn't it? Mullen throw in to Ndukwu. Hernandez chips it over to Mullen. That's a beautiful ball. Mullen first time cross. Williams with a header, and Williams gets himself his 3rd goal in 2 games. And I might be going down as a tactical genius, or at least a transfer genius. Don't laugh like that. They don't know. You don't have to tell them that I'm stupid. Just because college know it, and Hound Dogs know it, and Gibraltar know it, Europa might not have realised yet. They might think they've got a really, really, really good manager in. So don't sit there laughing and spoil it. Look at all those fans. Look at them. People turn up to watch the game. 60th minute. Beckwith has a throw-in. He's probably going to try and lose it. No, he's not. Eonton back to Beckwith. This time the cross comes in, and Ndukwu's under it. It's a penalty. It'll be Williams to take it because he's on a hat-trick. Williams for his hat-trick for 4 goals in 2. Buries it in the bottom corner. Emmanuel Williams, welcome to Europa. You can even have the same peg in the dressing room that you used to have. I am absolutely going to Gibraltar one day, by the way. I was watching... there's a TV series, it's on Quest or Dave, or one of those sort of, UK TV channels, called Cops on the Rock, which isn't a particularly good police show. I love a police show, and it's not, traffic cops, police intercept is all better than that. But it's an okay one. Why have I opened the tactics? There's no substitutes left, my friend. Carry on. But just watching that and just looking at the entire environment and the sights, and I want to go to Gibraltar. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And what better time than to watch football? Wakeling's through 1-on-1. Can he bury it? He's gone very wide, but he's tucked it in the bottom corner. Jake Wakeling gets himself a goal, and we are 5-0 up away at Glasses. And that is a bit more like it. That's his first goal for Gibraltar. He's a good striker. Why hasn't he been playing? Or is he just not very good? I mean, this touch, not this one, this touch is bad. I don't know why he's gone that far wide. He's got away with it because the goalkeeper doesn't know what planet he's on, but he really shouldn't have been going that far wide when he's one-on-one. And look, would say corner, they're still 10 to play. Drives it in deep. It's ahead of O'Driscoll and it's hit the frame of the goal, and on the goal line is hacked clear by Valdivia. Nope, that's Valdivia. It's someone else did it. Beckwith, please don't get sent off. Hernandez intercepts. There's no need for Beckwith to get sent off. Park to Olivero. Hernandez. Turns out, but that's the end of the highlight. There's 5 to play. 28 shots, 11 on target. Okay, Glasses are 9th with 6 points all season, but that's not the point. Mullen to Yontaton. Mullen to Hernandez. And Ndukwu. Mullen can take on Brunt FCA. Niche reference. Properly niche reference, actually. Ndukwu hits it. What was that? I mean, there's panicking, and then there's what that was. Hernandez just sort of aimlessly fires one out to the right wing. Williams is running the wrong way. Wakeling's running the wrong way. I don't know why they're all running forward. The ball was clearly not staying in play. Never mind. Gee whiz, it's a throw-in. Williams could intercept that, but doesn't. G, or possibly Gee. Valdivia is unmarked. Beckwith wins it. Not that I was scared or anything. Yonton to Hernandez. Olivero to O'Driscoll. Yeah, this is the kind of football we want. Hernandez ships it forward all of a sudden. Brinkman versus Wakeling. Wakeling gets there first because Brinkman went the wrong way. Mullen chips it forward again, and Wakeling brings it under control. And Ndukwu, he doesn't have panic when he's in the penalty area, does he? Never mind, he's got a 9.2. We'll let him off. That is about as good as it gets. Outstretched arms, that's about as good a win as you're likely to see. Splendid work. I don't know why this came into my head now, but I forgot to mention completely. A long time ago for college, just weird how these things work. I was recommended a player that I could see no information about at all, and I wasn't allowed to go scout him because he was from another country. But for some reason, one of my scouts suggested a player who plays for Tasmania Berlin. And I don't understand how that could possibly have happened. But, yeah, like, I didn't do anything because I couldn't see him. He wouldn't come in on trial, and I can't scout him. So I'm not going to just sign him because he's from Tasmania Berlin. Especially since this iteration of my manager has never been there. But it just seemed really weird to me that suddenly out of nothing that came up. Anyway, we're joint top. We are actually only like 7 goals behind Lincoln now, although the head-to-head probably matters. If we just press continue a couple of times, we'll probably see Lincoln win their game as well. Hewitt thinks the referees aren't good enough. I largely agree. Williams gets himself a hat-trick, so we'll probably put an arm around him and tell him he was superb. We'll skip over the press conference because boring, and let's see what happened elsewhere. Yeah, Hewitt reckons the referees aren't good. I kind of agree. And can we get the rest of the results, please? I want to see if we're joint top or second. Lincoln win 2-0 over the Magpies. Wasn't exactly hard. We're 3 points behind them. A reminder, college stuff in the Lions 4-0. Get on, boys. I want to see them do well. Not against us, but the rest of the time. They're only 5 points behind us. So there'll be a split after Europa Point played St. Joseph's. We'll have one of the top 6 to play against. So, we look forward to that. We're going to get 500 quid because Maxi Oidale has played 10 games for Haventon Waterlooville. Okay. Oliveira's got himself a half-week fine. Be 122 grand in the hole. But remember, the league's about to split, and if we win that half of the league, we don't have to win the league outright. If we can win that half of the league, we'll get the £270,000. It's kind of what we want. We'd quite like to win the league outright, but 3 points behind Lincoln is going to be a tall ask. Because they're really good. They haven't lost yet. We have, against them. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this one, please do like, sub up if you're new. I'll be back probably at the end of the season. I can't really see the point in dragging out those remaining, 10 games? 8 games? 10 games. I'll look at it. I'll see how it's going. If it looks like we're going to do really well, then maybe I'll come back a bit sooner. If the Lincoln game falls in a useful place, I might come back for that. But other than that, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye-bye.